13 things you're not taught in school that determine your success. School teaches you many of the fundamental things you'll need a basic grip on in order to be a genuine success during your life, including math, English, science, discipline, and socializing, to name a few. But not everything that's worth knowing is chalked up on blackboards. At least, not yet. Listed here are 13 essential life skills that determine your success yet aren't part of a typical school curriculum, although they really ought to be. 1. Spotting a scam. As a rule, schools don't tend to teach children about how to spot the signs of a swindler, and getting fleeced at least once is currently the only way to learn about the incredible number of scams that plague the world. Knowing a dodgy deal when you see one is something that comes in handy in today's world, especially in a day and age in which so many are able to hide behind the shifting face of the internet. Teaching students to spot a scam can allow them to go a long way in life. 2. Negotiation. In most classrooms, there's very little room for negotiation. Unless the teacher is having a particularly good day and decides to meet children halfway in terms of what the deadlines for that particular lesson might be, any attempt by a student to get a better deal for themselves is met by the teacher's furrowed brow and an extended finger pointing towards the door. It's a shame, really, since when you enter the big, bad world of adulthood, being able to negotiate is vital in order to help get you out of some seriously sticky situations. Negotiation strategies come particularly in handy in the world of business, and teaching children how to master this skill from a young age can end up having all kinds of benefits in later life. 3. How credit cards work. Credit card rewards are great, and I love and use them as much as anyone, but it's more often the case that credit cards will ruin your life. Statistically speaking, they're more than capable of doing so, and we all know at least one person, if not many, who has proven that. With the average credit utilization ratio hovering around 30%, credit cards are posing a huge risk to families across the country. While it's been falsely believed that a 30% ratio is where you want to be, it's actually the maximum ratio credit bureaus want to see, and many people are crossing the line. Once you cross the 30% credit limit, your credit score is affected immediately in most cases. When it comes to rewards, 3 in 10 credit card users never end up redeeming them anyways, according to a 2017 Bankrate study. There's plenty of simple and obvious facts kids should learn about credit cards in the classroom, but the most important thing is that they understand the potential dangers. Credit card companies are now required by law to show you how long it will take to pay off your debt at the minimum payment. We could show this to kids before they have their first card. 4. How to avoid debt. Debt, credit card and otherwise, is infiltrating our country as a whole. When a child hears something like debt is a tool, it makes it seem okay to keep a revolving balance on credit cards. I'm not here to argue whether debt is a tool or not, but when people say that, they're definitely not talking about basic consumer debt. While I understand maybe having a mortgage, debt is an enemy, not a friend. Kids graduate high school thinking they're always going to have a car payment. In reality, that's what the debt industry wants them to think. When a $523 car payment is the new norm and many exceed $1,000, we're missing a simple lesson in our schools or homes. Many kids are leaving high school these days with credit card debt. 5. How taxes work. Many children will begin paying taxes before they graduate high school. They're already paying taxes when they make purchases. Often, it's a wake-up call when your kid has saved his money for a large purchase, only to get to the counter and realize he doesn't have enough to cover the taxes. We're taxed when we earn, when we buy, and when we die. And it doesn't end there. While most Americans accept this is something they can't change, there are ways to lower your tax burden, and kids need to understand that. At a minimum, the curriculum should include a basic overview of the different kinds of taxes. Most adults don't even understand their W-2. 6. How to be prepared for emergencies. The first step in Dave Ramsey's famous 7 baby steps is to save $1,000 as a starter emergency fund. Once all debt other than the mortgage is paid off, which is baby step 2, he suggests saving 3 to 6 months of living expenses is baby step 3. An emergency fund is a crucial part of finances. I don't know of any financial guru who doesn't recommend having an emergency fund. Still, so many Americans don't have one. 40% of Americans don't have enough in savings to cover a $400 expense. According to a NerdWallet survey, when Americans were asked what caused their debt problem, the main reasons are emergencies. Credit cards are the most common way young adults handle emergencies. I'm not sure if the credit card companies are teaching this, or if kids decide this for themselves. It's a toxic solution to a problem that could have easily been solved with enough savings. Understanding how to use credit cards wisely and pay off balances each and every month is the goal when using credit. 7. The value of mistakes. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times, I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. Michael Jordan. Adults are starting to realize the benefits of mistakes. You may have heard the phrase, fail forward, which was first popularized by John C. Maxwell in his book with the same title. Edutopia says, changing your students' perspective on mistakes is the greatest gift you can give yourself as a teacher. If you are making mistakes, then you are making new things, trying new things, learning, living, pushing yourself, changing your world. You're doing things you've never done before, and more importantly, you're doing something. 8. People skills. People skills are an essential part of work, life, and social success. What are people skills? People skills are the tools you use to communicate and interact effectively with others. Individuals with strong people skills are able to predict behavior, relate to others, and socialize easily. People skills also are known as soft skills, interpersonal skills, social skills, emotional intelligence, and interpersonal intelligence. Here are some people skills not taught in schools. Listening skills. I think every teacher would love kids to learn this one, but I'm not just referring to doing what you're told. I'm talking more about assertive listening, learning how to listen to others, actually hear what they say, and for kids to be able to explain it in their own words. Communication skills. If you have something to say, it won't make a difference, unless you can communicate it. Kids need to learn how to get their point across the right way. Negotiation skills. Negotiations don't just happen in used car lots. We negotiate in all areas of our lives. We're either trying to obtain something, or trying to sell something, in one way or another. 9. Basic law. Law is a funny thing, because we talk about lawyers at the best and worst end of the spectrum. We group lawyers with doctors when we talk about successful things kids can grow up to be. But then we say things like, I trust you like I trust a lawyer, hinting that lawyers are shady or devious. Like with any profession, there are good ones and bad ones, but we can all agree that everyone needs a lawyer at one point or another. At a minimum, schools would benefit the students greatly if a single, required class covered how contracts work, and the little-known things that can count as a contract, such as an email, how the legal system works and individual rights, how to find more information about laws and what to do when wrongfully accused. 10. Stress management. Along with emotional intelligence, this is one of the most important things schools could teach. New studies from the American Psychological Association are showing that kids are more stressed than ever, and it's getting worse. There's obviously a growing problem, and stress, whether over catastrophic or mere, common issues, is the cause. Stress and anxiety hit people before they even know what's going on. This could lead to signs of depression at younger ages and have long-term effects. There are plenty of techniques and ways the schools can help. One of the best approaches to lowering stress levels is exercising. Exercising releases endorphins and puts the body at ease. The best time to do some reflecting and meditate or think about how things are going is after exercising. Stress is a form of fear. Taking action as with exercising helps remove your fear. 11. Coping with harsh realities. Simply put, life isn't fair. If you expect it to be, you're going to be disappointed. Sometimes things will go your way, and on other occasions they won't. It's enough to make you want to claw your hair out, but by learning to cope with harsh realities, you'll be able to live happily without succumbing to the spasms of stress that life can so cruelly impose upon you. Negativity will always be part of your life, and learning to handle negativity is required. Just remember there's more positive than negative in life, but you have to continue to pursue positivity. 12. Work-life balance. Work-life balance is the act of separating one's work life from their personal life in such a way that neither encroaches on the other. Since work-life balance is created and not found, it's imperative to understand the reasons why work-life balance is important. That's because it's difficult to create something that you don't understand. Moreover, creating work-life balance is about making tough choices. To create it, you'll need to prioritize what's truly important, and drop the rest, take control over your career path, and simplify your life. All of these require courage, mental strength and resilience, as they're not easy things to do. In order to make these tough choices, you'll want clarity around why. It's what will inspire you to act with courage. 13. Expect the unexpected. Perhaps it's a little tough to teach this, but it's a rule that everyone ought to live by in order to be a successful person. The world is an utterly unpredictable place. It's a scary thought, but at the same time it's also kind of wonderful, if you're prepared for it. Putting yourself in the mindset that absolutely anything might be lying around the corner in wait can actively improve your personality and help you to deal with life when times get a little tough. Thank you for watching. For more videos on success and becoming a better person, subscribe below and click the bell so you receive notifications when new videos are uploaded. Thanks, and see you on next video.